All right, so we've gotten to the point now where we have to start prepping the outside, get everything ready to go. I started doing the front a little bit. I figured I'd get y'all involved. So these little stickers of trim colors and these decals, this is all going to go away. Just like here, we start taking it off. We're going to keep doing that with this eraser. Now mind you, we're about to gel coat and sand and clean up everything outside of this. So generally, when you do this, you want to make sure you're going slow and slow heat, input, and don't want to push too hard. So you want to use these, but you don't want to use them extremely fast. In this case, we're going to go right over top and it's all getting sanded, so it doesn't matter. I'm just getting this off. But if you're doing paint correction or you're about to put new trim on and you want to keep the original coat, you're going to want to go nice and slow with this thing, like this. And it takes it right off. But we're not in that mode. We're going to go fast. That's it. Comes right off. The reason I did it this way was I did not want to clog up the sand paper the whole time while we're doing this. So this is the way it got done. These kind of nicks them up a little bit, but that's okay because this is going to get replaced anyway. Probably with aluminum one, I'm thinking, machined one. Because why not? Let's get the rest done. Alright, so we got everything stripped off the hull. We're going to do all the engine stuff in the garage. But holy smokes. Started drilling this, and it's absolutely terrible. This is what I was using. Because the camera doesn't give it justification. This is about 20 inches long. It's only on speed 2. Watch how fast this goes in. It's like it doesn't even exist. Jesus. Should put this in the garden. Damn. I tell you what, it was rotted pretty good. I mean, there's still some right here. That's probably gonna be a little bit more difficult to get out, but that's okay. But yeah, I mean, this wasn't even drilled. This was done by the shop vac, just the shop vac. Yeah. We're or maybe clean down to here, not all the way down. Oi, it's a lot.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Alright, so here we are. I'm power washing for like 3 hours. We're gonna have to get everything out of these sides pretty soon here. It does come all the way up, but I'm not concerned about that this year. So it measures out 1.5 inches with about 1/4 inch of fiberglass. Well, we'll say like 3/8 to 1/2 inch of fiberglass for the thickness. What we're going to do is we are going to do something a little bit different than usual. This is pretty thin, it's pretty beat up, and we're not trying to restore the boat, we're just trying to make it, you know, get another 20 years out of it. So this is all coming out. We're going to get all the wood extracted from here, and we're going to put an aluminum bar in here, and an aluminum bar in here, and they're gonna be square tube, 1/4 inch wall. They're gonna be really thick. And put one in here, one in here. So 2 for each one of these sets. And we're gonna run them all the way to the back here. And then we're gonna drill through and we're gonna put stainless bolts in there. We're gonna do 2 and 2, and we're gonna do that on this one, this one, this one, and this one. And what that's gonna allow us to do is we can put an aluminum plate across here and across here, and that strengthens up the hull quite a bit. Because I really don't feel like cutting out the entire rear end of the boat to do all this. Like I said, I just want to get another 1.5 decades out of it, if any. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that done, and we're going to come down here to the thicker part, and we're going to put an aluminum plate in here that I can bolt into, and then we're going to drill for a pressure plug. These little tiny things are kind of annoying. Nothing comes out of them. It takes forever for it to drain. So I'm going to put a pressure plug in here for 2.5 inch PVC pipe, and that's how that's going to work. This is going to get dual bilges with a super switch to run both, and we're going to move this one over to the side, and we're going to put 2 of them in here. Then we're going to put likely a plate of HDPE plastic for the whole rear end. It's going to be inch thick. We'll fiberglass behind it, or no, we're not going to fiberglass behind it. We'll get a plate for 8 of HDPE. Hopefully we can find some 1.5 inches. If not, we'll have to do 2 3/4 inch pieces to get a full 1.5 inches. And that's what's going to hold the transom together. When we put that plate down here, and we put the plate down here, I'll go in from the inside of the boat, come down, punch it so I know where the holes are, and then we will bolt it into the boat, and then we'll bevel all these edges and fiberglass it right back in, and it'll be done for literally ever. The cool thing that we're going to do is up here, I'm going to put a bar here, one in the middle, and then one at the end. What those bars will do is they'll tie into this upper rail, and that upper rail will essentially have strut bars that come down and hold on to the rear end so that it cannot sag. The aluminum plates down here and here allow it so the engines can't twist in and kick in. If I can, I'll get kicker plates, or I'll make some. But essentially we want this thing done for 15-20 years and good enough for dual 300s. Right now we've only got 150s on it, just 2 strokes. But yeah, where we're at, it's kind of a mess. Would not recommend doing during the week. Alright, so we got all of this cut out. We got 2 of these pieces. Then we got all this cleaned out, all of that cleaned out in the vertical. We cut out the 2 stringers coming to the back, and we cut out the wood just in this section here. We didn't go all the way out to the edge of the boat. So now that all that's cut out of there, what we want to do is I'm going to replace this stringer, this one over here, and this one over here, and then I'm going to do a cross brace here, and then a mid brace right here. But that brace is going to allow for me to put the bilge pump and service the bilge pump through a hole in the top. All of this will be glassed before it goes in the boat. This is the full piece. I will likely cut probably from this corner over to here and put it in 2 sections, because those 2 halves are going to go in on the inside edge. So what I'm going to do is glass that one, glass the other one, glass these 2 after it's cut, and that's how that's going to work. None of this is going to go in here and then get glassed. It's going to be wrapped in fiberglass before it goes in the boat. I do not want to have any leaks because something had a wrong fillet. Alrighty, got the first one done.